Now, as you know, the more artwork from the Darren Gygi Home Collection the retailers can display, the more will sell. We've seen that over and over and over. But what about the retailers who have ordered 10 pieces and it hasn't really sold, or they don't really have the wall space? Well, I'm going to show you how to fix that and how to incentivize those retailers to go a lot bigger in their next orders. This training is a little bit longer than some of our others, but it's probably the most important one you'll ever watch. So as you know, our minimum opening order is 10 small pieces of the Darren Gygi Home Collection, and that is what is most often written on the road for an opening order. Now, 10 small pieces are very easy to get lost in one of our retailers, and so it is very critical that retailers introduce their customer to the Darren Gygi Home Collection by displaying them in a particular way. If 4 of the 10 are displayed together in a grouping, then the other 6 can be scattered in vignettes all throughout the store. Now, if I had my way, I'd prefer that all 10 were displayed together or that 6 were displayed together, but at minimum, if 4 pieces are displayed together, then it will be eye-catching enough to get the customer's attention and really start to move the Darren Gygi Home Collection. As I mentioned, on the road, the opening order is typically 10 small pieces, but in our booth in Atlanta at America's Mart, the opening order for retailers who'd never even heard of us before was at least 25 pieces, and that is because of how it is displayed. Take a look at this picture here. When customers are exposed to all the variety of colors and styles of Darren's artwork, even if they're all in the small size, it is very eye-catching, and the artwork will begin to sell. So let me show you some pictures from retailers who sell the Darren Gygi Home Collection who didn't have a lot of space but had enough to sell or to group 4 pieces together. In this image, this customer is using the side of a display to introduce 4 pieces of Darren's kitchen artwork. This retailer didn't have a lot of wall space, and they opted to show 4 pieces of Darren's artwork on some shutters that were displayed on the floor. Not only a creative, eye-catching way to do it, but grouped Darren's artwork together. This retailer hung a few pieces of the Darren Gygi Home Collection on that weird narrow wall that every retailer seems to have, surrounding a light switch. They've hung the fig, lime, orange, and some kitchen pieces. So that's an eye-catching way to use some kind of weird space. This retailer had a small red wall and chose to display 4 pieces of the Darren Gygi Home Collection and a fun kitchen sign. Eye-catching, and will sell both products. This customer decided to use their often unused space under the checkout counter. This particular customer has selected the medium-sized pieces of artwork, but you could do a variety of any of the sizes, small, medium, and large, or a mixture of all of them. And this retailer took the same idea and has a variety of sizes under the counter grouped together. You'll notice the large Gruyere cheese, the roosters, and fruits and vegetables. And as a side note, if you happen to see the sign that retailer posted about not taking pictures of her store, I got permission before I used this picture in the 2-minute training. This customer erected a temporary wall on bales of hay to mix in with their Halloween decor. As you can see, it's a very eye-catching introduction to the Darren Gygi Home Collection. This retailer did so well with the Darren Gygi Home Collection that their group of 4 moved into a wall of art in this 3x5 display of all sorts of Darren's art. And that's what we see happening over and over and over around the country. If we can get those retailers to commit to just 4 pieces displayed together, it will be eye-catching enough that the customers will be interested, will purchase, and it will be motivating enough for those retailers that their 4 pieces will turn into an 8-piece display or a 9-piece display because they're a beautiful grid, or a 15-piece display, or as you've seen in some of our way to display 2-minute trainings, a 50-piece display, a 100-piece display. And that's what will really move the artwork. If they can commit to 4 pieces displayed together, it'll move. They've got it.